Welcome to Auntie Didi's Tales from the Motherland, where the animals talk, the sky remembers, and every single story holds a little bit of magic. Before we get into today's story, we'd like to give a special shout out to Aline and Anna. Auntie Didi loves you. Today, we travel to the magical country of Rwanda. Rwanda is a landlocked country in East Africa and is known as the land of 1,000 hills. It is a tropical country and home to endangered gorillas. Rwanda has a tragic history of the Rwanda genocide. But since then, the country has quickly developed and has the most females in government globally. That's quite a feat. Today, we go to the beautiful city of Kigali to meet a handsome boy called Uwera. Uwera was a lovely boy indeed, with a bright smile and a sharp mind. He was tall and well-spoken and athletic. He won a lot of medals for the town, and the townspeople hailed him for it. Uwera, our champion! Look at you! Uwera, fine boy! Uwera, come and help me solve this problem. You know you are so smart. This was the kind of praise that Uwera received almost on a daily basis. You think that with all this praise, he would get puffed up and arrogant with a swelled head. But no. Uwera would be seen often moping about if he was not actively engaged with something. And he was always trying to do more to get more praises. He would light up when the praises came, but soon after he would become dull again. What could be the matter? The townspeople wondered. I wonder as well. I'm sure you're wondering too. You see, Uwera, with his eyes looking outwards, only saw and appreciated others. He never appreciated himself. See, Serge, he stands so tall and has good courage. Not me with my stooping shoulders. Who even cares about someone with stooping shoulders? What about Ramiro? So smart that he can do sums in his head lightning fast. I'll never be like him. Uwera, you are so smart. Why do you speak like this? You're just saying it. You don't really mean it. He would think to himself, am I really smart? Is it true? Or they're just saying it to make me happy? When he won a racing medal, did he rejoice? Maybe, sometimes for a few minutes, but then, I'm sure I just won because the others were a bit slower. Perhaps they deliberately slowed down so I could win. In a real race, will I even have a chance? On and on and on it went. This negative self-talk, a constant litany of what was wrong with him and how everything around him didn't measure up to what others had, comparing himself constantly to others. One day, he walked into the park, not really paying attention to where he was going or what was happening around him, just muttering to himself, kicking a stone along as usual and listing all the things that were wrong with him. With every step and every thought, his feet dragged, his shoulder dropped lower and his lips drooped, bending his mouth like an archer's bow. What he didn't realize was that with his complaining and comparison, he was becoming those things that he didn't like. His complaining made him lose his appetite, so he lost weight. And because he lost weight, he didn't have enough energy to train, and so he lost stamina, performing increasingly worse in games. He thought he wasn't smart, and so he approached problems with fear. And because of that, he couldn't see the solution. He didn't think he was handsome, and his shoulders and features drooped with the disappointment of his looks. making him look increasingly worse with dull eyes and a drab expression. That day, as he walked into the park, he found a tree and sat under it to rest, still muttering to himself. Soon, a green snake came slithering from the bushes and curled up beside him, listening to him. Uwera turned to the snake slowly and greeted a very listless good afternoon to it. Good afternoon. The snake looked at him. Good afternoon to you too. What's good about the afternoon? Uwera nodded. The snake continued. See how dull and dry your skin is. Uwera nodded. It looks even worse than the skin shed last week. I'm sure that's why Mama Frias didn't hug you as usual. Uwera nodded. The serpent looked at him again. See your legs. They're so skinny. It's a wonder they hold up your big bulbous head. Hey! Hold up! Uwera stopped, turning fully to face the serpent. Take it back and apologize. That's mean. The serpent blinked at him. Is it? You know it is, Uwera screamed. So why should I take it back? Because it's wrong to talk to people that way. The serpent blinked again. Is it? You know it is, Uwera shouted, getting increasingly upset. The serpent just smiled slowly and blinked. Do I? Do I know that it is wrong to speak to people that way? Uwera trembled with rage. Indignant, how dare the snake talk to him this way? The serpent smiled and blinked again. If it's wrong for me to say that about you, why is it okay for you to say that about yourself? You bash yourself constantly and talk to yourself negatively all days long. See nothing good in yourselves. Well, if you can't beat them, you join them. So, I've joined your Hate Uwera speech clubs. Now it was time for Uwera to blink. Uwera stuttered. The serpent just smiled at him and slithered away. Uwera thought to himself, is that what I've been doing? Being mean to myself? I have, and it's wrong. Why am I not appreciating myself? This is wrong. I must stop. Uwera stood up, dusted himself, straightened his shoulders, and walked off. When next he thought something negative about himself, he stopped, changed the thought to something positive, and soon enough, his eyes sparkled again. His smile was bright and stayed on. He wasn't chasing praise for validation. He was satisfied with himself. He didn't compare himself with anyone anymore, and he found joy in just being himself. When things didn't quite work out, he learned and he moved on. You see, he recognized, even though he had to learn the lesson the hard way from a serpent, that what he thought in his mind, he became. My children, whatever you think matters. You have to be your own champion. Appreciate the good in you and strive for better, because all good things will come. Now, thank you for listening to Tales from the Motherland with Auntie Didi. Until next time, take care of the little things because they make a big difference. Now, if you enjoyed the story, make sure you like it. Hit the subscribe button so that you know when next a story is released. And don't forget to share with your friends so that together you all learn morals that will hold you and keep you for life.